The Yamaha RD60, proof that sometimes the smallest bike makes the biggest grin. It looks like an RD350 that shrunk in the wash. Meet the tiny RD. 6 horsepower, 50 miles an hour, and more two-stroke smoke than sense. This is the 1974 Yamaha RD60. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Motorcycle Rewind. And today, yes, we're with the tiniest Yamaha RD ever. The 1974 Yamaha RD60. Two-stroke madness for the street. So the RD stands for race developed, and this guy has got to be loads of fun to ride. So let's take a look around this guy and see what we have. Again, 1974 Yamaha RD60. We'll take a quick inventory, see what we have. Not that bad a shape. We got a couple dings up here, it's not too bad. Paint is super faded. We're going to try to do something about that. Looks like the previous owner did some touching up on the engine and frame in some spots, and seat repair, but it's all there. First off, I love the styling of this bike. This seat is awesome. One of my favorite little bike seats with the little cowl built in. It flips up. This is awesome. I guess you can put your tools back here or your weed. I don't know what people did. Comes with a battery, but apparently it'll run without one. Maybe this was for tools here. It's nice. I like this. I love the styling of this seat. I love just the race styling of this whole little bike. You know, the RD250, RD350, they don't have that race inspired look as much. You know, they've got a normal 2-up seat in the back, but this one being a small bike, they committed to it being a single seat, and then everything went into that, which I really like. Like the rear fender, instead of it being a normal rear fender that comes down. I really like the styling of this bike. It's pretty awesome, but it's a fun to ride, which we're going to find out. This thing does have 2,172 miles on it. So let me show you this. Turn the key on, turn the fuel on, and give it a kick. Let's make sure we're good. Sounds really good. I mean, it sounds like a bike that only has 2,100 miles on it. Sounds pretty good. So you're saying, Eric, that's too easy. It's too easy. You're saying there's nothing to do on this thing. Well, there is something to do. We do have to ride it. And we do have to finish looking it over, but it does that, so can we make it better from there? I hadn't even checked out the tank. Oh no, this is no bueno. We're not gonna run it on that gas anymore. It has a weird smell to it, kind of like, yeah, that needs to be cleaned out. I'm gonna disconnect that fuel line pretty quick. We run it again, we'll run it on the auxiliary tank because that's going to have to be cleaned up. Let's pull that guy off. Who knows what else it needs, but we're not running it on that fuel anymore. Thankfully, it had a filter that maybe is new. It's got some stuff in there, but we'll pull this off. Let's put the auxiliary tank on it and see if we can make it run that way. Okay, auxiliary tank on. I mean, it runs. Whoa. Then we can put some more fuel in here and take it out for a quick ride before we do the next thing. I do want to ride this thing. Gets up, come on, come on. I was about to say, boy, it gets up in the RPMs, but then carburetor just clogged up, I would bet, from running it on the other one. Did I turn it off? Nope. Well, get to push it. At least I didn't go far, and I wasn't planning on going far. Oh, let's walk it home. That's always fun. Let's walk it home. Not the worst thing I've ever done. At least it's not that far of a walk. Let's figure out why it's not running. Sometimes they're not easy. It doesn't always go as planned, you know. We rolled it back inside. Good thing's the carb's easy to come off. We're gonna go ahead and pop that off. Let's get at that carburetor. I think that's where my problem is. And then let's go from there. Okay, I've got an extra spark plug plugged into my spark plug boot here. Have it grounded here. Keep an eye out right here. Just wanna rule out spark, which I don't think it's that, but I think it's in the carburetor. Yeah, we have all the sparks we need. So let's look at the carburetor. Okay, let me undo this guy here. That should be enough. Let me go ahead and get the other one off. Okay, let's get this guy off. See if I can get it out. That one off. And yeah, see if I can get this guy through here. Yeah, I got that loose. Let's get this guy off. Let's take a look in it. It shouldn't take too long to clean it. Hopefully we find something wrong. There we go. It's not bad. We pop this guy out. This guy. Okay, let's go ahead and get this jet out. That's that one. And then let's get this one out right here. And we'll see if we can clean those up. Yep. Okay, using our wire brush jet cleaners, we go ahead and make sure this guy's clear. We'll blow some carb cleaner through it too, and everywhere else. And let's try this guy. No, this guy was clogged. Fought it going through. I tried to blow through it earlier, wouldn't blow through. Now it will, so maybe that was my problem. Okay, let's count the turns in. One, that's not quite a full revolution, right? So that's all the way in. One, yeah. I'll check this setting, but I think it's probably got to be closer to 1.5 to 2. That's where it should be. We just blow through this, make sure it's clear. Yep. That's good. Let's screw that back in. Okay, let's blow through these. Yep. Working, that's good. So let's blow through this pilot jet. See if I can get it on the end. Yep, nice spray going through. That was a little clogged, so that's where I was thinking it was. So we'll see. Could be somewhere else. Could be in the float. Float's good. The float could have been sticking. One of the things I like to do, this is a 1000 grit sandpaper. I like to just polish the edges of this float needle. Just like that, just to clean it up. That way if it was sticking, that's kind of where it would stick. Okay, putting it back together. And this guy in. There we go. The needle doesn't stick, so that's good. Okay, let's blow out the bowl. Now we put the screws on, and then let's check the air fuel setting. So after a quick little search, 1.5 to 2 turns out, so let's just go out 1.5 full turns. So that'll be counting 2, 3, or yeah, 1, 2, 1 full turn, 1.5. We'll start from there. Okay, let's check this spark plug, see what it has going on. What it has to say for itself. Yeah, I mean it's not bad. This is a weird looking spark plug. Let me clean this paint off of it just so I can figure out what it is. Okay, this is the spark plug for it. And I just looked it up and it's supposed to be a B7HS, which I have right here. So let's see if we put that in, see if it makes a difference. They are about the same reach. Maybe this one's going to go into the cylinder a little bit further just because of the way the position of the spark plug, the electrode at the end. Yeah, we had really good spark. It just, this spark plug just seemed a little odd to me. Let me know in the comments down below. B77HC in GK. What are you guys running on your RD60s? Fuel on, key on, run switch on. Now let's see if we can adjust this screw here for a second, see if it gets better. So let's adjust this, see if it changes. It slowed down a bit. Sounds a little better, right? Okay, before I keep adjusting the air fuel screw, I want to make sure that the air cleaner was clean and good. And it's good, but it is not good. Look at this. It's all falling apart, meaning it's all there, but it's very, very fragile, and that would have just sucked right into the engine. So let me go ahead and clean out all this. Okay, let's wipe this out. Yeah, we'll get some, I think I have some foam at the house that I can put on here. But for now, we're just gonna run it like this, and good. It'd be better than sucking that stuff into the carburetor we just cleaned. See if we can put this intake boot on. This will be the most difficult thing I do all day. Yeah, got it. Start it back up now that we got the air cleaner on, and then test it. Now let's see if we just looking for the idle to change. Yeah, see there? Let's go back up. See, we're at like 1500 RPMs right now. Let's see if I turn this down. we're getting it lower. We're at about 1200 RPMs. Let's see if I adjust some more. Let's see where we're at. It's about 1250. You can probably take the idle down just a little bit. Let's see if that makes a difference. Yeah, it seems pretty good. Let's see what it does, just right off of. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's take it for a ride. Let's try take two on this. See if we can get past the donut shop. No. Come on. Leaking some fuel. No, it doesn't appear to be. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Whoa! Oh, hold on. You gotta hold on. Launch the sucker. Accidentally put it in gear. Oh, I know what's happening. Well, when you get to about, check the back brakes, you get to about 7,000 RPMs, it really wants to come alive. Let me come back over here, go underneath this tree. I've got to fix my fuel tank. It's leaning over, so it's a fine line between it leaning over and getting stuck on the handlebars. Let's see. Did it stop again? Did I just not fix it at all? Okay. It died when I stopped to fix the fuel tank, and it's not wanting to start again. Here we go, 2 motorcycle walks in the same episode. My wife wants me to exercise more. I don't know if this is exactly what she had in mind, but sometimes you just gotta take your motorcycles out for a walk. At least this guy rolls easy and it's a little bitty, so. And fortunately today it's not sweltering hot. And I'm not that far away. You know, but as I'm pushing this motorcycle, I do get to contemplate all the times that I've been able to take a motorcycle out for a walk on this channel. Some have been hot, some have been freezing cold. What you gonna do? There you have it. That's the first for the channel. 2 walks in 1 episode. Like I said, I did promise Carrie I would exercise more. I didn't think it would come in this form. But that's why you just ride them around the block to start off with. Then your circles get a little bit bigger. Haven't had to walk one in quite a while, so pretty thankful on that. But I got to walk this one twice. I did check, we do still have spark, so it's got to be right here or it's in a seal. It could be that the seals are just bad and us running it, finally giving it some, the beans, it said, no, we're done. So we'll have to check into that. It's a cool bike. It's fun to ride when it gets up to, I finally got to rev it a little bit on that one, so it wasn't too bad. First one I didn't get to quite so much. The second one was an improvement. Not by much, but it was an improvement. So this thing needs a little bit more. Have to pull the carburetor off again, figure out what's up with that. I do want to pull the tank off and clean out the inside and then see if we can polish it up. It's not too bad, but can we remove some of this faded red and get it more like this red? It's hard to tell in the video, but less pink and more red like this. This is more of a red. This is not good. That's good. So if we can get it more like that, which would be awesome. I guess you can see it here too. It's just a little too mauve-y for my taste. And we should be able to pull some of that back. It's in there, it wants to come out. See how pink this is compared to, I'd polish this up just a little bit just to test it. But yeah, I'd like to try that, see if we can get that back and see if we can get the cowl and this rear fender back, which would be really nice. I just noticed we've got this really cool fender and then they put just the normal fender on the front. They could have put a fender that kind of matched this back one, which would have been cool. There will be more content on the Tiny RD in the future, but I'm gonna let it sit in the corner for a bit, let it think about its life choices before I get into it and have to walk it some more. So we'll have to, maybe next time we don't leave the parking lot. So guys, I want to thank you for watching yet another episode of Motorcycle Rewind. And do me a favor, like, tag, share, and follow us on Instagram at Motorcycle Rewind. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Oh, if you got some ideas on what's wrong with this thing, go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. I just noticed this sticker right here. It says Sports Cycle Winston-Salem. Sports Cycle Ltd. Winston-Salem, and then 725-6339. Anybody know anything about Sports Cycle Limited and Sports Cycles Limited in Winston-Salem? If you do, let me know down below. I love to find those old cycle shop things. And then it also has this from 1978-79. This was inspection sticker from June 78-79. That's cool. I love finding that old stuff.